Father and son.
Father and son.
Father and son, oh, Father and son. Review it all. Okay, what do we have for today's review? I know what we have. You're going to say it?
Today we have Justice League.
Justice League. Justice League. This just came out on DVD, Blu-ray, and digital. That's what we have here. This is the Walmart version exclusive that came with this really cool pin set. I do like the pin set.
It is a nice pin set.
And apparently Target's version has a booklet. So I chose the pins over the book because I didn't know about the book.
Would you have gotten the book if you'd known
about the book? Possibly would have gotten the book. Okay, so on to some more of the important parts of this film here. For me, it's very difficult to review this film knowing the problems that it had. So,
yeah.
I don't know, I'm kind of torn with how to report on this thing because, I mean, this is what Warner Brothers gave us. So, that's what they put out and expected to make a lot of money off of. And I'm sorry, but it just, for me, it really fell short. How about you?
I mean, definitely not as good as some of the other DC movies.
No, I didn't think so either. The best way I could sum this movie up is it was a tremendously squandered opportunity.
Too many people put their hands in the applesauce.
Yes. The applesauce had way too many fingers in this thing for this movie. And it showed. I mean, there was problems prior to the film. I mean, Zack Snyder, the director, apparently had to step aside after he got done filming principal photography because of family tragedy. And then I'm hearing stories that he actually was fired. And I don't know that we're ever going to know the truth behind it, but whatever happened, he stepped aside, and then Joss Whedon took over, and I'm sorry, but the film is a mess.
The thing that could make it better is basically being an entirely different movie.
Yeah.
With Snyder Cut and Junkie XL music.
Yeah, that's another thing. The music, Danny Elfman was brought in because they fired Junkie XL, who I thought did a great job with Batman v Superman. And they brought in Danny Elfman, who basically brought in his antiquated version of elevator music to this movie, and it did nothing for the film. It really felt to me like a live-action version of a cartoon script, and I don't even know that it was that good.
No, it definitely probably was better in the original Snyder Cut.
Just the scenes that I've seen from the original Snyder version gave a lot more depth, and they were a lot more interesting. And
then half the trailers weren't even in the movie.
Yeah, and I heard that there were scenes, they actually depicted Ares and Zeus fighting the apocalypse people, whatever.
Wasn't that in the movie?
That was briefly in the movie. There was actually dialogue between Ares and Zeus, and I think Hercules, and I mean, this thing could have been so much better than what it was.
Gotta say, that Green Lantern tease was good.
Yeah, there was little teases of things here and there, but the movie never really delivered. It was not as good as it could have been. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
The return of Superman was when it should have been a very high point of the film, was more like, we knew he was coming back. I mean,
we actually said that basically everyone knew he was coming back in our very first review.
Yeah,
If you think about it, this movie is one of the things that started the channel.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah, it helped start us with our YouTube endeavors.
Yeah, that was our first 2 episodes, the 2 Justice League figures.
Was there anything you did like about the movie?
I mean,
all that, huh?
I feel like
there was a lot that I liked about it. There were some scenes that were really cool, and you could see they had intent for something decent, but the brass at Warner Brothers got to stick their fingers in things and mess with it like they did with Suicide Squad. I feel the same way about Suicide Squad. Was like 3 different movies in one. I don't know where they were going with that, and they made a mess out of that, too, as far as I'm concerned. But, Joss Whedon turned Batman into Guy Smiley in this thing.
Guy Smiley.
There's a scene where Batman's smiling when he sees Superman Returns. He's smiling like he just got a new puppy for Christmas. I mean, it was ridiculous. The Zack Snyder scenes, they showed Batman still dark with the stubble And then when you see all the Whedon cut, it looked like he's all cleanly shaven. He's got the palate of a Campbell Soup kid. He's got this rosy cheeks. He looks terrible. I thought Wonder Woman was great. And Aquaman, I think it's cool what they did with Aquaman. Changing him up a little bit. Everybody used to make fun of Aquaman in the comic books, and now they get Jason Momoa in there, who I think would have been better cast as Lobo. Cool. There's your Lobo right there. But they chose him for Aquaman, and that's fine. I thought he did a great job. People were complaining about that.
I can talk to the fishes.
You know, he was really cool, but then people complain about him. Henry Cavill is a fantastic Superman as far as I'm concerned, but they really didn't do much with him in this film.
No, not really.
Cyborg, there was something more interesting there, but we never really got to see it. The Flash, some people complained about The Flash. They didn't like his interpretation of Barry Allen. I didn't have a problem with it. You've got another one on TV right now, so there you go.
Was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought he was cool. I liked him.
Wonder Woman. I liked that little detail with the Flash when he was running and he looked like he was like...
Oh, yeah, some people complained about the way he was running. And I'm like, oh, good God, people, we complain about everything. My biggest complaint was that the movie was a mess. It really was. There were some cool scenes. Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, that was probably one of my favorite scenes in the movie. That opening sequence with her.
Yeah, where she, like...
They were going to shoot all those people.
Yeah, and she
just blocks them all. That was cool. I thought it was amazing. But overall, this version, the reason I bought it was because of the special features. I love all the behind-the-scenes stuff. And that really kind of opens up to what this movie could have been. I mean, they show stuff in the deleted scene where Superman and Alfred meet. It's like, why wasn't this in the movie? Everything that I've seen online that they cut out was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant stuff. I don't care what you think about Zack Snyder. I think he did a great job with what he's done so far. Some people don't like it, whatever. But I think it was much more solid than this mess. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And if anything, that Warner Brothers, you hired a director for a reason. Let him see his film out to fruition. Let him see it out.
Yeah.
Okay? As all these places, these picture houses should do. You hire the directors, let them make their movies, and stop futzing with it. Leave it alone.
Yeah, hire a director.
There was rumors that the top brass at WB wanted to Warner Brothers wanted to cut out the what was it? The No Man's Land scene in Wonder Woman, which was probably the best scene in the whole movie, and they wanted to cut it out.
Why do I not remember which one that is?
That was No Man's Land, where you see Wonder Woman, World War I, and she's in the trenches.
Oh, that was an amazing scene.
That was an incredible scene. That was the best scene in the movie.
That was an amazing scene.
Whatever. Top brass, you need to just stay out of it. Let your directors make their movies.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are whining that this is the end of the DC universe. No, it's not. It is not. See, he said it. You know, we got Wonder Woman, we got no Wonder Woman 2 coming up, and then this year we have Aquaman.
Aquaman?
Aquaman's coming out in December.
Can talk to the fishes?
And James Wan, I guess, he did the movie Insidious. He's done a great job with his films. I've listened to him in interviews. He sounds great. He sounds like he's got a clear vision for Aquaman, and I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be great stuff. So I don't think DC Universe is dead. I know they're making some very bad mistakes, but whatever. I mean, it is what it is. This Justice League, you know, it's okay at best. It could have been a lot better. A lot better.
Definitely could have been a lot better.
What else you got to say about it? Anything? Seems like I have a lot more opinions about this than you.
All I can say
is, of course, I've had a lifetime of these characters. Yes.
It was set up for success, and then DC basically just broke its leg, put it on a crutch, and then swept out the crutch.
Wow. We're going to leave it at that. For Father and Son Reviews, this is Big Chris.
This is Little Chris.
Have good YouTube.